music intensifies. But tomorrow is the anniversary. I don't know what about this today. The second anniversary for Nikke. And they were giving out some early rewards. I am actually going to have to... I think I'm gonna have to lower the music. I think make this a bit more bearable. That should be fine. Okay, I just wanted to showcase my account. I basically started playing last year at the first anniversary.
If you leave your post,
even though I ended up having early access, I got like the early. I signed up like on the pre-registration, but I just didn't play it. I didn't end up getting it into it or whatever. Just other things were happening at that point. But I did end up getting the skin, which I think this is the pre-reg skin. But anyway, I thought I'd go over my account here, just showcase some of my Nikkes, what I've got. This is all free to play. I've played most days. Not necessarily done my dailies every day, but sometimes it's logged in just to claim your rewards and then log out or whatever. But I think my account's like level like what 296. I don't know if you get a level for like each day, but that might say a lot there really for how long my account's sort of been going. I quite like all of some of the updates of them. I've overall had a really good fun with it, to be honest. I've picked up and dropped a lot of gacha games in the last few years. But this is something I've actually quite enjoyed, really. To be honest, I think particularly now at the early start, it doesn't really matter. You can just send whatever. You kind of need whatever you can get. But at this point I'm at now, I quite like the strategy of it. I haven't pushed the story as much as I should. I actually can. I recently did a little bit more, but I haven't been playing the story. So what we got? Chapter 22. I can show my squads, I guess.
That thing's quite terrifying.
There's a brief idea. Some of my PvE, this is kind of what I'm using, but I haven't, as I said, been pushing any of the story any tool recently. Yeah, these are kind of my main sort of teams I've been using. Any sort of collection of these Nikkes, but so where are we at? 22, 20. Yeah, I don't know. And then there's a hard one, isn't there, as well? Which I haven't done. But I haven't really done so much of the story. I need to do that. I kind of do that in your spare time. It's quite enjoyable. I usually watch a stream or two in the background if I do that. I did make my own clan straight away called Advance. I don't know how you can end up joining it, but I've had some cool people join it. We've gone to Silver. I've had a few people leave. I've had a lot of people go AFK, like this person down here has gone kind of AFK. Both of them have actually, but that's kind of how it goes, really. Not everyone's cup of tea. You got this event on, but yeah, this going to show. I wanted to showcase my PvP teams because this is kind of like, I think more than anything, this has been a good benchmark for like how I'm performing as a overall balance. And it has frustrated me. There has been like weeks of this where I ended up not winning anything and I was kind of stuck in a weird bracket, but it's because I was probably doing something wrong, right? And so a lot of my teams, well, the teams I'm going to showcase here are more for like basically what I've come up with for what I can do on my account, what I've got gear for, and generally also going off of literally what's the meta for PvP. There's not much else into it other than that, and obviously who I've got. So without further ado, okay, my attack and defend are different. I imagine you could the same. Sorry, I imagine you could mix it up. You could have like 3 attacking teams that are different versus 3 defending teams. Being free to play, as I say, we can only do what I can do, and I kind of sit at the minute in this sort of 80 to 100 range in most brackets I get put in, and I'm really happy with that. I'm generally quite happy as long as I can sit below some of these higher ranking people, like that have got, you know, like 800 CS there, and he's level 74. So there's quite a jump from my 650, and even my 650k is only kind of recently because I've been doing a lot of buffing recently because I wanted to kind of do this video and get some stuff up. But anyway, my first team, we're just got my defense set up. It's the same thing, but anyway, my first team, I've had generally all of these are pretty good. My crown is one of my most invested. I'll go over my units later, but I'll just show the teams for this. You could say Red Hood there's a cell. kind of is, but I kind of like putting her there anyway. As a functional team, I'd rather have her there as a support. I don't really like using Red Hood as a DPS as such, because she is OP. But I don't like relying on that, if you know what I mean. So Alice is kind of taking the front for this, and that's actually been doing really well. I could probably swap her out for someone else, but like before I was using Maxwell, and I did initially use, I think, this Snow White, bless her. I don't use her that much anymore other than the story stuff, but yeah, I did initially use her, and then this is how what it's turned into now, particularly with Crown. My Crown's probably my best character. And then like a sort of bunny team. I think I was looking recently, Polly's not a great idea. I'd like to put Rem in there. I think Naga's a good idea, but my Naga is scuffed at the minute. I'll show her in a bit. This new Evangelion calendar, it's new to me, Evangelion collab character, Marie. Here, I haven't invested in too much into it. She's meant to be pretty good. I recently got Diesel, and she's meant to be good. I've been having a lot of fun with Diesel. Obviously, Viper, I think, is a good choice as well. Senti's obviously meant to be pretty good as well, but I just threw Polly in there because she's one of my better invested units, and I've got really good gear for her, so she's just in there, I guess, as a stat stick more than anything, in case Noah dies, but my Noah generally doesn't die, so that's pretty good. And then, yeah, I just have like this sort of scuffed Electro team. I did initially go on sort of elements, so I guess I'll show this and I'll say my sort of tactics and what I do with this, and it kind of seems to work, or at least why. This seems to be an overall, and my solid Electro team here of Scarlet is taking some time. I used to have Guillotine with her rather than Privity, but my maid Privity is finally at a point where she's actually pretty good. I did say I wasn't going to showcase this. I'll do that all afterwards. But yeah, so I swapped her out for Guillotine, and that's still been pretty good, to be honest. This team's really solid. This team's usually a one and done. I don't need to worry about too much. If they'll either get capped before anything like Noise and that will all get murdered, or they'll actually do the opposite. They'll just one shot the enemy team, which is pretty good. So I tend to use this team to counter, I believe, Electro, if I remember rightly. I get a bit mixed up with all the element counters. I believe like Iron fundamentally counters Electro, and Wind counters Iron. Main two you need to know. So then I'll use, say, this Wind team against anyone that, say, if someone's got like a Red Hood team that's similar to this, I'll use my Noir team. And then my Electro team would go against... Wait, is Electro against... no, yeah, Electro would then go against... I don't know, I think it's Water. I believe it's Water. Hydra, like the Poly and Tove, all that, I believe. And that's kind of what I've gone with. Don't quote me on that. Some of this could be scuffed, but anyway.
Who shall be the next to fall under my blade?
I just kind of send it with the PvP. I've had good fun with it. I don't bother with this rookie one anymore. Maybe I should, but I just don't do that anymore. So I see my rank going up and down in that, and I don't really know why, because I don't really do it anymore. But yeah, my towers, my Pilgrim's at 150, Tetra's at 135, Basilisk is at 139, my Legion is at 136. It's kind of tough, really. I won't go too much detail. So you can see I hadn't done it today. The Wasteland, I'm finally cracking this, like in actual, like being able to solidly beat this and get the gems at like level 20 or whatever it was, or 20 times. But it's a little bit difficult. I haven't quite refined it, but I think these four teams, I think a bit slower, but for different purposes. So like today I got it on 20 and I used this team. And again, I've had to like recently build Sniper, Killer Wife Sniper. I can't remember what her name is. D Killer Wife. I can't remember. Sniper. And I shoved Noise in there for random measure, but that seemed to work. And that cleared it today, which is pretty good. But yeah, depending what boss it is, I've been using sort of these four teams. The fifth, I don't know. Fifth is Scuff. They're all kind of Scuff, but this has been a good team with Scarlet, and then this other team's been good for like Wind, but close medium range. And then sort of longish range, usually against like the Iron. This might be a Modernia team, I think. I think I cleared this with Modernia like a day or two ago. I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, that's kind of how I've been doing it each day when I do play this. Obviously, I do my simulation. And just, yeah, you just do your daily shop stuff. I haven't done the co-op in a while. I guess I should, but I've just generally avoided it. But for a very long time, I didn't really invest into a lot of my characters. I just kind of did what like the average gear and leveled it like to 1 or 2 levels, and that's all I did, and that was kind of enough. Let's leave it at that. And that was kind of enough to get me by most of the content in the game, and just doing obviously the skills that were recommended. If I was using like DPS and stuff, but I guess to start like from the top and we'll just kind of go down. I guess it's the easiest way, but I have got like recent characters like Quincy, which is just in the lobby that I haven't really invested in, and I haven't really got the gear to give her. I guess I did put her stuff up yesterday. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. There is a reset, I think, coming in literally like a day or two with this 2nd anniversary. You can reset skills for certain characters if you want. If you don't use them anymore, you can get that skills back. So I wasn't really needing that before, but I think now I do. Like, because we've had characters like Iron come along, and she's really good as well. I kind of slept on her a bit, but I've had some parts in like the story. She's actually become really useful. So I'd like to get her a bit more built. My Asuka, I'd like to be more built. I've got her, and then I've kind of had to sort of bench her a little bit. I've got some nice gear going here that I haven't invested so much in. But I haven't done that. I say I recently got Diesel. He's got gear, and he's investing in. I recently sort of finished my Rem, but again, she needs kind of more gear. We got this current character, Romani. I recently got her. He's meant to be really good, but I haven't actually properly tested her out yet with anything. I would say, like, for me, in my progressive rate and how I play, it's kind of like I said, my maid privity's finally, like, ready to go, and she's up here. But this has taken me, just like understanding and building and stuff, this has taken me, and obviously getting lucky with some of the gear. This has taken a few months since I've got her to get her built, which is kind of similar to other gacha games I play. Where you get it's a free-to-play sort of route. I can't like immediately do this. I think if you've got spare resources, it's fine. But she's been really good. I hope they kind of do a bit more with that side of things. I thought that was quite fun, really. Same with like Rem. I've enjoyed a lot of the collabs they've done in this last year. Anyway, I should probably start. Now, I'm just pointing out the characters that I've got down here that I haven't really invested in. Trony didn't get her. He just randomly got her after her banner. And then some of them I'm still not too sure about, like Sakura. I haven't really, like, to understand their kit and their purpose, it's still a bit hard. Yan's been pretty clutch recently for me. And again, I think I've been sleeping on Viper. Viper's been good. My Ludmilla, I think, needs investing in, but I haven't. Who else is worth pointing out? My Eleg, I think I'm sleeping on. I'm not really doing much with her. My Marciana, that's how you say her name. I've only recently got her, and again, I haven't really invested in her. She's meant to be pretty good. Same with my Volume. I've only just got her. So yeah, a lot of these bottom ones, particularly like Iron and stuff, I'd like more investment in. I just haven't got around to it, and mainly because I've already got someone else I'm already using. So my Crown, probably the best character I've got, really, in terms of support. I ended up getting her, like, yeah, 4 copies or something off of her banner. I just kept getting them. There is a recording of that somewhere. It didn't do very well. One of my videos I did of that. Probably could do with more investment. She didn't have a cube until yesterday. I slapped this on her because Soda had it. My bunny Soda had it for some reason, because I think I just randomly gave it to her as well. And I don't know. I decided not to do that yesterday, even though I'm using her in one of my PvP teams. I just threw it on my Crown, see how that goes. I haven't really been able to play around with that. But yeah, got my skills on all 7. Maybe need a bit more investing on that. My overload gear, you'll see I've only really gone up to 1. I will invest it more, but again, this is kind of what I said before. Like, this is kind of what I did with, like, when I got the sort of gold gear. I can't remember what tier it's all called. And I just leveled it to like 1, but it's only now that I'm only starting to level into stuff. And to be honest, I'm actually running out of resources, so it's not the best idea. Maybe I should be using on these. That's probably what I should be doing. But yeah, don't quote me on anything. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm probably doing a lot of things wrong, but so far so good. My toe recently got this skin. Toe's probably my favorite character overall. I did look at it, and I looked at my roster, and I was like, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls are notably the two I've invested in. That wasn't intentional, but there is some probable psychological thing going on there. So the sub-psychological, I don't know. Do I have to mention like the doll thing? I still don't really get the dolls. I don't really get these. I think it's free power that I'm not really using. Yeah, I won't go into the dolls. The doll is in the corner. I hope people can just pay attention to it. I don't know how you tell if it's a purple or a blue though. Most of my top ones here I've tried to give a purple if I can. I don't know. I need to probably look at some videos on that. I've kind of glossed over the doll thing. But recently got a skin for Tove. It's coming to the end now, so rip if you wanted it because you can't get it anymore, I don't think, but it's a bit too late. But yeah, I've invested in a 1077. She's one of my more invested characters. Fully overloaded. I really scratched my chin about that, but to be honest, she's been really clutch with shotguns. Shotguns for me have been a really good investment, and I've really loved that sort of boost. You can have like, you know, Naga, Noir, and I don't know, like Polly or someone random on the team, or Viper, or even like Pepper, although Pepper's a bit harder because Pepper's a burst one, so it doesn't really work. Ignore that. But yeah, I've been using it to boost like the shotguns. Obviously, Bunny Soda's another shotgun. And that's been really solid for me. She does have, I think, still a passive, still helps maybe with snipers, but it's probably cope. Yeah, max ammo, I think, for everyone in boost crit. Yeah, whatever. I really like Tove. Been good. Probably not the best investment, but definitely one of my favorite burst ones in the game. And then my Scarlet, pretty self-explanatory. Could be better. Got her with a resilience cube because that's what was recommended. And if I go and change, let's do that. That's what I had in ages. You can now change your lobby music depending on who's in the lobby. That's again, I think that's a recent change. Just a quick way of swapping music. But yeah, 3 overload pieces. Would like a 4th. If I get a 4th here, I'd probably give it to her, or Red Hood. Probably give it to Scarlet first, because then it's done. But yeah, insanely strong still. I'm a bit annoyed I slept on some of the crit. I guess I should show... Should I show my overload pieces? Is that like bait? Can I go through them first and then show them afterwards? Oh, I'm such an idiot. I don't really know. I've never done this before. Some of them have rolled really badly, but anyway. Obviously, I've only done these once, so I've got what I've got. I've got actually quite a few on these, and then increased max ammo on that. My Tove might have been an F. Increased crit rate, crit damage, hit rate, max ammo, increased charge. A lot of them have just got 1, like this. A lot of them. And then my crown, increased charge speed's got 3 there. Increased charge, damage, increased crit rate, yeah, increased hit rate. Oh, we got 3 on that. So that one, my crown actually is still pretty good there compared to some of my others. But yeah, my Scarlet's card probably still needs some more. Maybe I could put this to 7. I don't know. Again, I've kind of gone with what's recommended. I use her a lot in the PvP and obviously the story, depending. I probably don't use her as much as I should. Same with my Red Hood. Her overload pieces, increased max ammo capacity, which I think is what you want. Increased charge speed, but again, you can see I missed quite a few buffs on here. I got 10, 7, 10 on her skills. She's got a Bastion cube. Again, this is all just going off of what was recommended online. I have no sort of further depth of reading it. Like, I think the Bastion, you know, does it help with like ammo capacities or whatever. My Noir, I keep getting copies of her, not complaining. I haven't got Blanc though. It was a bit of a missed opportunity, so that's kind of why like my Polly's a bit more invested. And maybe even my crown, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't have Blanc, and I haven't had Blanc for a very long time, so we're kind of stuck with just having Noir on our own, bless her. So we've got 777, quite cliche with her squad number on the skills. She's got a Bastion Cube as well. I've only got 2 of each. And she's got 3 overload pieces, increased max ammo, charge damage. And then you only got 1 on this, increased max ammo. And didn't get the middle one. That's weird, isn't it? Increase element damage. Increase max ammo capacity, which is again probably what you want. She's really good. Her burst is probably one of the best the best parts about her, because she just noticeably clears everything in the field just in one fell swoop. So that's quite funny, and it's quite a funny animation as well. Haven't got a doll for her. I don't have a doll for her. Do be like that. God, we're going to be here forever at this rate. I'm only going to go through my top ones here, and then everyone else is kind of is what it is. So my Alice only got 2 overload pieces, and again, only got increased crit rate on that, and increased charge. Let me see. We really effed on that when I did that. 10, 5, 10. I think one of the quests recently, when you get a free copy of a, you're meant to mank these 10s. So that's probably why I did that eventually. But Resilience Cube, again, I don't know if that's recommended. She's got a doll. We'll go over to my Biscuit, who I saw wasn't recommended to overload as such, or wasn't a big priority. So she did have good gear, and I've switched it to my noise. I think, yeah, my noise has now got this manufactured gear, because I'll probably overload it for noise, but we'll see. I mean, if you know better, should I overload noise or Biscuit? Let me know, because I don't know. But I swapped it to this, and I recently invested. This is actually where a lot of my juice has recently gone. And I was meaning to look, actually. I don't think so you can't actually overload this gear. And this might even be a waste. But we need to see. But my Biscuit's really good. It's a really good buffing character. 5, 5, 10 on her skills. And we've got a Judent Cube. I said that right. My made Privity, increased charge speed, increased elemental damage, and then increased attack, increased crit damage. I only did this yesterday. Can I do this as well? No, I ain't got one. Damn. It's annoying though. So most of my DPS units, you can see I've only got 2 or 3 gear pieces for them so far. I'll definitely overload this for her as well. Got 777 on her skills, no cube. I need to work on my cubes anyway. I again only did this yesterday. I only overloaded Noah yesterday. I thought it was worth it for how good she's been. One of my early characters. And been really solid, to be honest. But yeah, what we got here? We got increased charge damage and increase. We got 3 on this one. Increased charge damage, increased hit rate, and increased elemental damage. We got 444 on the skills cuts up recommended, and we got a Judent Cube again, which is what Biscuit's got, I think. My noise, I've had a lot of copies of noise recently. I think she's been doing quite well in my PvP team. I always found her really annoying to go up against, so I thought she was worth investing in. 777 again on her skills. Equipment, I said I just swapped this off of my Biscuit and I put it onto it because I might overload this. We'll see. It's meant to be quite good. We've obviously got quite a few copies of it here, but yeah, I do like my noise. It's a bit annoying she's a 40-second burst, but whatever. Soda, W Soda, got 1 overload piece, increased defense, increased charge speed. I'd like her to be better. She's been really good. It's like Noir 2.0, I guess. Been really good. I put her and Noir together. That's been really fun. I've enjoyed that. My Poly got 4 pieces. Haven't been overloaded. 5, 5, 7. Wait, did I show Soda's skills? 7, 7, 7, obviously. Oh, she's still in the Made For You team, though. Interesting. And yeah, she did have a cube, but I took it off and gave it to Crown, which is what I showed about earlier. My Poly has got a cube, Assault Cube. And yeah, she's got these gears like level 5. Obviously got the free skin they gave out a while ago. My Pepper again. I nearly swapped this off to Naga again. I don't really know if Pepper's in the same thing as what Biscuit, where if Pepper doesn't really need overloading, and whether I should just give this gear to Naga, I believe. Am I tripping? No, yeah, I think I was thinking giving this to Naga. If not, it was someone else. But, Yeah, I'm not too sure about that either, again, at the minute, but Pepper's been really good for me. It's a character I usually use in PvP, and in the co-op, sorry. I don't know if I use her in the PvP, actually. I probably should, but I don't. I use Jackal and a few others. Bunny Alice, really great character, actually.
The main reason I love this outfit is because you gave it to me.
Yeah, she's a really good character. I'm sure she sells the game to a lot of people. Wow, I've only got that on 4. That's probably because this is what's recommended. 774 in her skills. Would be nice to get another copy of it to get the 3 stars, but I don't know how much that really does. But again, like, when she came out, I just got loads of copies of her. I didn't mean to get so many. I just ended up getting quite a few copies of her, which is pretty good, so I was happy with that. She's like a pre-burst 1 support. I haven't really been able to fully utilize her, I don't feel, in my teams. I usually slot her in my Noir team if I can, so she'll burst before Tove, ideally, is how I've been using her. I don't know if there's much else I can really sort of team for me that I'd really put her in, to be honest, but she's been fun. I don't know if she's meta at all. My Snow White, I kind of use still in the Goddess squad. I try and like roleplay this squad quite a bit. So I usually slot Crown and yeah, like Jackal or like Pepper with this team, and it's actually really solid. It's a really good team. It's done a lot of the story with me, but yeah, 677, and then yeah, no cube. I think she did have a cube, but I gave it to someone else. My Scarlet BS, it's got no gear, which is a shame. I'd like gear for her, but 7710. I'm using in the PvP, she's pretty good, even with 1 copy. Onslaught Cube, yeah, really good character. I wasn't too sure at first, but yeah, she's really been carrying me quite well with both story and PvP. My Maxwell is nearly like got a full set, and I haven't invested in her. I don't really know. I like Maxwell as a character, but I think at this point she's kind of a bit benched. I don't use her so much as I did. She's probably been benched by Scarlet, the previous character, sadly, but it is what it is. But I still use her a bit if there's something. But yeah, one of those characters I might end up resetting. I don't know. It'd be a shame, but you know what I mean? If I'm not going to use her that much or at all, then what's the point? Jackal, probably overinvested. I don't like Biscuit and Pepper. I don't know if she really needs to manufacture stuff. I don't know if I should really be overloading Jackal. Possibly not. So I might take that off or give it to someone else. But for now, she's got a cube just to help her buff in the PvP, because I just built her because she's good in PvP. So far, so good. Same with Rosanna. Missed out on her summer variant of Rosanna. I didn't get that. 445 on her, and then she's got a cube as well, Wingman Cube. The gear needs better gear. I haven't really invested. I should really level these boots, but it is what it is. My Asuka, I'd like my Asuka to be better. I'd like her overload. I think is again one of these, like Ludmilla. I think she needs to be kind of overloaded to really get her potential. Because like her rifle's only got like 30 rounds, so it's kind of annoying to like use her as a DPS when you're just having to reload like more than you're shooting. But she's strong. I think it's a little bit scuffed where there needs to be a shield up on yourself or whatever, and then she does more damage. I can't remember what it is. I can't remember. She's a good character. Again, I got this free skin with the event they did. It was a really good event, actually, a couple of months ago. It was a really good event. 744 on her skills. Again, so I'm not really using her, right? This is character like Asuka I'm not really using. This is like getting to the point where I'm sort of building in the background, wanting to use, but I don't really use. So like Asuka, I'd like to use her, but I don't actually use her at the minute. Same thing with Naga. I'd like to use her, but I don't use her. We've got 757 on her skills. Yeah, got Basilisk. Yeah, I probably will invest more in my Naga. I've seen a lot of the bigger creators. They all have like an insane Naga. They annoyingly, I said about free to play, but they brought out this skin a couple months ago as like a battle pass skin. I think it's a really nice skin. I'd like that, but I didn't get it. I should have got it, but anyway, we'll gloss over that. Miranda, cool character, has a battle pass skin at the minute. I'm sure that's probably ending soon. A couple of pieces of gear. Again, I don't really use her anymore. 477. I mean, I might reset her again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I do use her a bit, but nothing like, you know, not as a main burst one or anything. Let's say Tove. Tove is like my main burst one. So, and even my Modernia now is kind of benched. My Modernia is kind of sad, to be honest, compared to my other units. I'll probably won't go through so many of them now in depth, but yeah, we'll just go through a bit more. But yeah, my Modernia is a bit sad here.
So elated, Commander.
766, and we've got an assault cube. My Miranda's above her. I have been working on my REM. I recently invested a bit more into my REM. Got 744 on our skills. Got some nice pieces that are ready to be overloaded. Got 3 of them. Yeah, I'm quite happy to probably invest a lot more into my REM. Maybe she can take Polly's place, or, you know, be a sub for Polly. I don't know, but she's been really good so far. Even with this investment, I've noticed she's been a massive improvement. So I'll try and use my REM a bit more. Christmas Rupee, I tried using her a bit more, but I don't use her so much now. She's actually got a full set of gear that I haven't invested in. 555. Yeah, she's good. I'd like her to be a bit more. It's again, it's kind of now fitting her into the slot, but I did initially use her in the PvP early on. I don't use it. Same with Mast. I'd like to use it, but I don't. 744 on Mast. 455 on Rupee here. These are all pretty much standard gears now. No one here. My Brid, I wanted to use Brid, but again, she's been benched. Query's a W. I think Query's still really good. I use Query quite a bit as a support. Yeah, sometimes it's my Senti's kind of been benched. 555 on her skills. Yeah, she's kind of been benched. She's still really good, but I use Crown so much now that I don't really use Senti anymore. So again, another one I might consider refreshing. My Yuna, I do actually use her quite a bit. How good she is, I don't really know, but I've got quite a lot of copies of her, so I try and use her a bit. D Killer Wife, she's actually really good. I've recently just invested a bit into her 774, and I got another copy or 2. I think she's one of the characters that I got a random copy of after her banner, and then recently, in like the last week or 2, I've had like 2 copies of her. Or maybe 3, I can't remember, but I've had 2 copies. I've had quite a few recently, and so I'm trying to work on it. She's definitely a meta character at the minute, for sure. So I'm definitely going to work on her and getting her up in there. And so again, if I need to put some more investment in these skills or whatever, I might do. My Coco, I don't really use Coco anymore. Really good debuffing character. Again, I don't really use. Airleg, I don't really use. I kind of like half built. And then she's all right, but not great. I don't know. Would you say Rem's better? Maybe Rem's better. I don't know. Same with Uni. I used her early on. Don't really use her now. Same with Emma. I used her a lot early on. I don't really use her now. Marie's new to me. I've only recently invested into her. She's meant to be quite meta. She's obviously quite new as well. Folk Wrangles on my early units. I use her a bit. Purity 744. I use Privity quite a bit still as a DPS sometimes. It works quite well. Her burst is still pretty good. My Tia needs help. Obviously, she's got the free skin. It's actually really nice.
You won't believe what I dreamed about yesterday.
Yeah, my Tia needs help. I need help with her. And then kind of now we got to Celine, and here's where basically I've run out of like DPS gears. I've got maybe a few boots, but I've got no chest armor. I might have got some more today, but Julia is terrible. My Soda's always been terrible. Helm I got recently, but kind of good to look at. Not much else, I guess, at this point. I think she's been benched. Diesel's new to me.
But you feels nice.
I would be quite happy. Again, like with my Rem, I'd kind of like a solid Diesel. And I've got a full gear set here for her ready to be leveled and done. So I will probably work on that. It's something I'd like to have an overloaded Diesel. Is that OP? Is it not overload Diesel? I don't know. I'd like an overloaded Diesel. She's cool. She's really good. Ludmilla, and then yeah, Marcion is kind of new. Faye's been alright, kind of clutch sometimes. Ludmilla is again kind of like my Moderna. She's a bit sad because she's like a meta character that I haven't invested in really, and I probably should. Like people watching this will be like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?" 745. Yeah, needs better gear. Needs better gear, I guess, is probably the downside of that. My Viper. My Admi I use sometimes, 444. That's a cute of the cat. My Viper. Everyone cosplays Viper, isn't it? Everyone, it's really probably one of the most cosplayed Nikkes, but I never really paid attention to her until recently. And I've been slotting her sometimes in like my Noir team. It obviously is a Blanc replacement or whatever, and that's been okay. My Crow, I've got a lot of copies, but I don't use them. My Haran, I don't. So Quincy's new. Recently tried to build her quickly, but she's meant to be really good. So far, so good. But yes, kind of here, it kind of goes a bit downhill, really. My Exia I use a bit. Guilty Volume, I've only started using a little bit. Iron's really good, but again, needs a bit more investment. I've got the original Snow White, but again, because I've got the anniversary one last year, I've never even invested into this Snow White. And I got another copy recently as well. Bit annoying. But that's kind of it, really. It's been so far so good, but I think my top sort of, yeah, literally my top 2 rows are the Nikkes I kind of use the most, and then I've been using quite a lot, like Query. Sometimes use Rupee, maybe Christmas Rupee, Una, sometimes Coco, but not much. D-Killer Wife I've been using quite a bit. Tia, obviously with Naga, Diesel. I've used a bit of Helm, but not so sure. I sometimes try and use Celine if it's appropriate, like on the distance. Celine's actually still alright, but it's kind of like a, you know, depends. So, and that's going to be kind of, I guess, same vibe of Quincy, right? It's going to be a similar deal. But yeah, I think it's been pretty good. I've really enjoyed it. I'll keep playing it. I'm not going to not carry on playing it. The anniversary's coming out in the same couple of days. I'm looking forward to it. That should be pretty cool. Is there anything else I should really showcase? I don't really know. I think that's kind of it, really. I think we're going to zip through it, try to anyway, in like, what, 35 minutes? It is what it is. I did basically Crown's thing to unlock this banner. I thought it looked pretty cool, and then I've worked on like layering this as a banner. I think this is a pretty nice touch. I could change this. I recently didn't have Rem in there, but I have Rem in there now, so. Cool, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like. So this is free to play. I don't know how many pulls we've had. It will tell me somewhere. We've had over 1,000 at this point. I figured it out last time. Recruit Nikkes 3,000 times. So wow, we're on nearly 3,000 pulls. We're on 2,710. Wow. And they're estimated to give out 200, I believe, in this second anniversary coming out. So, speaking of pulls, we've got some pulls we can finish on that. That'd be pretty good. I was saving some, it doesn't really matter. I haven't great luck recently. But yeah, anyway, okay. Really? That many? I didn't think it was that many, but I guess it is. Well, let's go then. What are we doing? Remaining. I've got a 10 pull there. Did we just send a 10 pull? Oh, no way. Pretty standard 10 pull luck. Cool. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I say if you enjoyed, please leave a like. I don't do so many Nikke videos now. They didn't do so well at the end of it. But the showcase one I did initially did really well. So I'm really grateful for all the support that one received. Hopefully this one does similar. But yeah, peace. I hope you enjoy the anniversary. I'll probably cover a bit of the anniversary in the coming days. So if you want to see that, please leave a like and I'll do more. See you in the next video.